Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I am Jonathan here with the Velocity Masters Agency. Today we're going to be talking about the severe weather potential coming up this weekend. Or not this weekend, sorry, tomorrow. Wednesday, April 2nd. This is not April Fool's, by the way. Not April Fool's test. This is a legitimate... okay, never mind. This is what we're actually going to be dealing with. So, right now, this is live radar across the entire United States. We had some supercells that are still ongoing in the areas over here, and we even have a tornado warning down by Salina, Kansas. Very broad, but anyway. Here's live Doppler radar for our area. As you can see, we got some storms starting to fire up. This is actually starting of the event, and the first wave will move through tonight, and then we'll have our first wave around 1 to 3 in the morning, which is here. I'll show you guys on future track. We'll do 3K. That is significant tornado. Anyway, let's see. Reflectivity. Alright, so here's going to be your first. This is going to be 1 in the morning. So this is right now. This is right now. As you can see, we have storms firing up just south of Bloomington. As we move in through, we're going to have a bunch of rain forming right here. That's why I put the times at 1 to 3. And then we'll have our main line, supercellular, throughout the afternoon. We'll more than likely be going live 4 o'clock tomorrow after the main, like let's say school or people are getting off work. We're going to go live for that just because it fits people's times well. We will be covering the Ohio Valley along with the Midwest and even down into Dixie Valley. So we're going to be doing basically an entire event deal here. Storms will continue on through the night. They'll develop, and they should leave our area around 3 in the morning, our viewing area at 3 in the morning, but we will not stop until about, storms won't stop till about noon, the severe part for this main event coming, and then we're going to have our big flooding risk here, which is we do have a moderate. This is very rare. There's a 2 or 3 days consistent moderate risk for excessive rainfall. It only goes up to 5 or at 4. That's like one of the first times in ever, at least recorded. So, yeah. You're going to see, I'm going to show that our team posted on our Storm Prediction Center. If it can scroll, there we go. Our team issued 2 watches today. Actually 4, technically. But 2 for tomorrow. We just issued this one 10 minutes ago. This one is a PDS Tornado Watch. This is for the Memphis and Little Rock all the way down towards like Texarkana areas down there. That is our PDS Tornado Watch. This is just due to the significant tornado parameter. Earlier, not sure if it's still showing this sign, but we have a very excessive, as you can see, that little blue here. That's what we're really trying to monitor, and this really dark pink. That's why we issued the PDS Tornado Watch, because that is right here, and our last event was nowhere near that. So, and then we also issued one up here. So we did one near the Great Lakes just because of 2 reasons. The supercell composite and the significant tornado parameter is very high for this area, along with the lakefront is right there, so that means that the lake effect is going to be very well possible, as long as with the wind shear, the atmosphere condensing, moisture, it's almost perfect environments, other than it needs to condense. It needs to be able to, let's say, how do I put this in better words? It needs to spark, really. It needs to spark, and once it sparks, it's not stopping. So that's why we issued a PDS tornado watch that's going to last until 4 p.m. Central Standard Time Wednesday tomorrow, just due to the fact because all the storms should be out by then, and we're going to have it expire. It's more than likely going to expire earlier than that, but yeah. We did have a tornado watch that expires in 50 minutes from now. This included basically all of central Kansas and southern, eastern Kansas. And then this was our first initial tornado watch. This was extended later on, but we did not because of the bust. There was no tornado warnings, so we did not extend it. We thought about that. That was a discussion we had. We did not extend it. This was for a couple strong tornadoes in the area, along with 70-mile wind gusts, apple-sized hail. There was a report of apple-sized hail. That's why we put it to apple-sized possible. 70-mile wind gust was reported in just north of Oklahoma City. I don't remember where it is exactly, and that's old. So that was expired 9 minutes ago. So we also do have our discussions here. This is where we're really discussing the most. Down here is the most severe, along with up here. That's why these two are highlighted, as the PDS watches showed. Along with just south, this is going to be an area to watch. That means, so it's going to be, we're not saying that nothing's going to happen there, but what could happen, something could happen, something could develop. So, yeah. Let me fix this date. What's today? April 1st, 2025. There we go. We're better. All right. So, yeah. So this is the areas that we're going to be watching. Down south does not have the greatest potential, according to the SPC models, along with the significant tornado parameter. We did just slightly put our PDS watch down into Louisiana just a little bit, just because we don't know where that's going to develop exactly. So I made the watches a little bit bigger, because this is not going to be developing until close to the afternoon hours into the late morning hours tomorrow morning. We wanted to issue these that way everyone's aware by the time they wake up, when they go into work, or if they don't wake up late or they do night shift. We wanted to issue those an hour ago. That way, once everyone's going to bed, you can see that those were posted. We are also trying to make a radar software, so we can have all of our watches, warnings, SPC models, etc. Everything you can find on a software, an app, on either your phone or the desktop. We would like to, but we don't know if we're going. We're trying to work on it. We're trying to find someone or an app to even do it. So, yeah. These discussions more than likely be a little bit more edited tomorrow morning. I don't know when. That's still under the books. Severe weather potential. This is the SPC models. Again, here's a severe weather outlook. These are slightly modified, but yes, the Putica, the Memphis area, the Little Rock, Arkansas viewing areas is where the greatest potential, such as like the National Weather Service, that's where their offices are. That is where the greatest potential for tornadoes will be. This is second. Anyway, this is where the greatest threats are going to be. I think that this moderate risk could be moved up towards Illinois, and this enhanced could be further left, just a little bit more towards like the Mississippi border and down. But again, that's still out of the books. So we're going to have storms moving through the area 10 p.m. This is when they start. till 10 a.m. tomorrow. That's when the most severe storms are going to be. Is basically, sorry to say, it's going to be a night system. So, tornadoes, large hail, gusty winds, excessive 70-mile-an-hour winds. I would not say that now, just because this was made at noon today, and models have finally okay, we know the storm's at, it's getting everything right. So yeah. Let's see here. Hail excessive 2 inches. A couple strong tornadoes, meaning EF2 or stronger. So the National Weather Service issued a rare 15% hatched area for tornadoes. The 10% is where the hatched area is. 15% is in the middle where the moderate risk is, and that could be extended up north, which is I expect it to soon. Winds 30% along with hail. Most of the area that's in the yellow 15% or slight area is going to have an hatched area just because of the excessive hail. This could exceed 2 inches. That's what that means. So for wind, this could exceed 60 to 70 mile an hour winds. For hail, this could exceed 2 inches in diameter hail. So that's something to keep in mind. Here's the 3 ways you could read radar signatures. You have reflectivity, correlation coefficient, and velocity. Reflectivity shows the intensity of rainfall, and sometimes you can even see hail. That is, we don't judge off of that primarily. We use the correlation coefficient to see confirmed tornadoes or, let's say, hail. You can see hail on there. That's how we can detect the hail. Correlation coefficient, it pretty much shows all kinds of objects in the air, such as, you can even see dirt, flies. Most of the time, it'll be dark blue colors. That's when we can identify if there's a tornado on the ground or if it's just hail. So, velocity is the number one way of figuring out wind speeds along with directions and if there's rotation or not in the atmosphere. And that's how these tornado warnings are issued, is by using the velocity signatures along with reflectivity. Until you can confirm that, you can look on the correlation coefficient, monitor that consistently along with velocity. That way you can make sure that these storms are not going to stop rotating, and if they do intensify and keep getting stronger, that you can monitor the correlation coefficient. And that's when you can tell if it's on the ground, if it's not, because that's what the radar indicated, or that radar confirmed tornado warnings are issued. So that is your 3 main ways of the radar signatures that we use primarily for severe weather events. Here is your timing. I gotta present this. There we go. Here's your main time. So we have 1 to 3 a.m. for Macomb. This is for your severe weather area. That's gonna be kind of wrong now. This was earlier. It's gonna be more in the morning, but I would expect this to go up 2 to 3 hours primarily. But I would say for the Macomb area and the Springfield area over towards Bloomington, I would say that could go up an hour or so. But that was just a quick jot down while noon. So the information text is not correct, as that was redeveloped and then had an error. We use this. This is an automatic system, so we just click a couple things and it does it automatically. So yeah, that's your timings. You could expect these storms. Again, this is gonna be a nighttime and in the morning situation, so just be weather aware tonight, tomorrow. Let's see. Here is your current watches right now. So we do have a PDS flood watch. This is this extends from all the way down towards Texarkana, all the way up to Dayton, Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, etc. This goes into Indianapolis and down towards such as Effingham, Illinois. So Memphis, you are included in this. Nashville, Bowling Green, Evansville, Utica, Conway, Jonesboro, Texarkana, in areas along that line. You guys are in a flash flood watch. This is the reason why, is because this storm's going to go into like a stationary front, or the front is going to be stationary, but the clouds are going to still be moving, and this is going to be dumping a bunch of rain, up to like 5 to 10 inches, which is here. I will show you that via radar. Total precipitation. So as you guys can see, we have excessive rainfall right here. And this can be up towards to, let's say, 10 inches, 15 inches right here. This is where this is estimating up to 15 inches. Even towards Memphis metro area and north, we're getting around 15 inches as well. So this is where those two bands there, that's where the flash flooding is going to be the most likely. And the area is people circled in here. Flash flooding is very likely in this area, along with, if you got a watch on your phone, it should have said a PDS watch, meaning it's a particularly dangerous situation, and it's like the top of the line, the highest watch. Those type of watches are extremely rare, trust me. Let's see here. Here's our watch logs. We use Google Sheets for this. We did not issue a single these guys are issued. All right. Actually, this one is valid. That one's issued. All right, so here is your timings here for the PDS tornado watches. We did not put them on there, and these are all done by me, because we are a two-man crew. I do the watches and all that, and I get data from other people. So this was all of the watches. We had a tornado watch, as I already explained. This is just more, this is behind the scenes if you guys really want to know. Let's see here. So here is your excessive rainfall areas. This is a moderate risk here. It's 40% probability of seeing flash flooding. And then you have your 5% on the outside. Again, like I highlighted earlier, I think this can go up a little bit more north. A little bit. And a little bit more east. Or, sorry, west. Other east. And I think Cincinnati could probably get close to it as well, but I don't think so. But keep in mind, flash flooding very prone in this area right now, especially with after having that first band of storms dropping, 2, 3, 4 inches of rain, and then you have that stationary front moving in, and then it'll just die or stall on you, and it'll just dump a bunch more rain to the point where you get over to the 15 inches. And keep in mind, it only takes 2 to 3 inches, especially in this area, I believe. Let's check the droughts. I forgot what the drought monitor is. Yeah, drought monitor. Let's see. Water off. Yeah, so keep in mind, we do not have a single drought in this area. So that will mean that we will have excessive rainfall like crazy, especially when the ground isn't even dry yet. So that means it's going to be about 1 inch to 2 inches of rain until the ground cannot hold anymore, to the point where it's going to have to rely on creeks and, let's say, drainage pipes in general, road drains. If you're in a very bad area for drainage, you're going to more than likely have a lot of flash flooding. So, yep. Anyway, any questions for me, feel free to comment down. This is going to be your radar areas. Feel free. This is a live Doppler. So, yeah. What we're going to be doing while I wait for you guys is we're going to put these watches back on here because for some reason they disappeared. So, while you guys give me questions, comments, concerns, anything, I will happily answer those. And you guys are going to see a little behind the scenes of me doing these watches here. For some reason, all these watches got messed up on our end, so we have to reissue those because they disappeared on our end. The program also froze too, which was weird. And actually, what I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to highlight it a certain color. That way you know which one is we're talking about, just in case there's more than one area that's being watched for. Um, 3-inch 70. One. Alright, there is watch number 1. And then gotta get watch number 2. Alright, there's the 2 watches. Alright, if there's no concerns for me, I'm gonna be heading out. We got a lot of stuff we gotta be doing tomorrow. So, yeah. Alright, you guys, take care, be safe. I will see you guys tomorrow. That wraps up our forecast for tonight. So, take care, be safe. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.